Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to NinjaTrader Live. My name is Jim Cagnina. I am the senior market strategist. Joining me live for our hot commodities segment is Tracy Shuchart, aka Shy Girl, our senior economist. Hey, Tracy.
Hey, how are you doing today, Jim? We've got some juicy news on the X today. Apparently, Trump and Elon have broken up.
What? What happened?
Yes. So, well, Elon's not a fan of this bill, and Trump was having a presser today, discussing other things, and the attention turned towards Elon Musk, and he said he was very disappointed. And Elon already knew what was in the bill. He's just mad because the EV tariffs or the EV subsidies were cut. And now Elon came back and said, without me, Trump would have lost the election. So now they're having a spat between Truth Social and X. But needless to say, Tesla is down 10% after this whole thing just happened.
I mean, come on. We already have enough noise on X and other places to deal with, and now we even got this. This is crazy.
It is a little nuts. It is a little nuts. And then aside from that, while we were away, Fed Parker had as his last speech. He retires on June 30th. And so we had a bunch of Fed speakers, Krugler, Schmidt, Parker. Basically, they all said the same thing. They're worried about inflation, see and wait. They expect tariffs to start showing through in prices in the coming months, et cetera, et cetera. So, didn't sound like they wanted to cut rates really soon. Looks like that might be pressuring the indices a little bit, aside from this little spat we're having on X and Truth Social right now. But so that's kind of the news why we were away.
Oh boy, oh boy. That's it. I'm not going to lunch anymore. But let's get back to the commodities. Let's start talking about crude oil. What's going on in crude?
All right. So, crude is, everybody expected after that Saudi addition of 411,000 barrels. The media was very negative. Everybody thought the price was going to tank. So far, that hasn't happened. I mean, we're not flying up by any stretch of the imagination. And that $64 area is still sticky, sticky, sticky. Somebody's really wants really wants to sell there. But that said, it's also getting a little bit of a boost today on perhaps, Trump may make a deal with China. They're talking again. And Trump said something about he's looking at oil and gas deals with China. So um, that's kind of keeping a buoy on that, as well as we have about 7% of Canadian production still offline due to the wildfires. But that's looking like it should be back online by next week.
I mean, on the daily chart, I mean, the last 3 days have been pretty evenly paced out candles. I mean, the wicks on the top and the bottom of the bodies of the last 3 days have been pretty symmetrical. We're really not going anywhere fast right now. We are above that 50 EMA, and we do have a stochastics on the rise, so that could be a little bullish. Intraday, we had some really nice trading activity. It's kind of a large P-shaped volume profile, not perfect by any means because we have a competing point of control right down here below the VWAP. It's 63.40, but the official point of control is pretty far north up here. It's 63.78. We almost got to that Jax 1 level, just missed that $64 that Tracy was talking about. And on the downside, pretty much the conversation has been framed with the low of the London initial balance, just a little bit slightly lower than the pivot right now. Nice retracement back. VWAP right now is session VWAP is above price right now, suggesting maybe the sellers have a little bit of the upper hand at this point in the day. Let's toggle over to silver because is still just on a wild ride.
Silver is still, we broke we broke finally, full candle. So, I think there were obviously have been a lot of sellers in that area, but we knew, you can see from the chart that it's been coiling and coiling and coiling, and we finally got a move to the upside. I'm expecting maybe have a pause tomorrow, but we'll see because this market is positioned very short as well. But again, we've been talking about this all year. I mean, the fundamentals are behind this market. We have a deficit. Certainly, anything having to do with kind of a trade truce with China and any kind of tariff deals with other countries would certainly help, being that this is not only kind of a store of value, but it's also an industrial metal too that's used in a lot of renewables. And we know that, China is the leading producer of solar panels in the world, which it is used for.
Yeah, I mean, this is an interesting move up. I mean, today's candle continue just another second breakout over those previous highs. We wick through $36. Anything over $35 to me is kind of like, okay, let's be cautious up here. But I mean, this candle, look how strong it is. I mean, we have a little bit of a seller's wick at the top, but still, we're going to close above this, this 35.50 area that kind of highlighted the peak way back here in March 28th. So looking strong, no major retracement yet. We'll see if it stays above that upper gray box. Intraday, look at that. We have a benchmark candle here. We never even got to the piercing line for a retracement right now. VWAP has been underneath price action, just about every single candle except for a couple. And now we're kind of settling right at that level right now, which is at the bottom of the value area on the session VWAP. Nice point of control, a little bit higher right here so far. So that's the story with silver right now. Let's kind of toggle over though. Platinum also was a big mover today.
Also a big mover. The fundamentals in this market are very similar to silver. It is an industrial metal mostly, but we're seeing, but also a store of value used in a lot of jewelry. We are seeing more retail buying of platinum coins and platinum bars, kind of as an alternative to gold, since price is so much higher. And then certainly, again, anything having to do with a resolution with China and tariffs would certainly be beneficial for platinum price.
Yeah, I mean, this is even more robust, right? We had the initial breakout, and we had a little bit of consolidation for a long period of time. I don't know, that's about 2 weeks. And then all of a sudden we took off again today. So this is a big breakout to the upside right now. We're tracking 1140. That's pretty high price, by the way. Everything's trending up, all the moving averages. Stochastics are over 80 right now. And just look at this overnight action. This really all started in the London initial balance, and it just kept rolling all the way up. Capital P again, shape distribution, nice point of control. We're just kind of skating along it right now at 1137 half. So I am bullish in platinum. Let's shoot over to nat gas as our last commodity market to take a peek at today.
Nat gas is interesting because, I thought we had a really terrible inventory today. It was much higher than expected. It kind of took a peak, but kind of got bid right back up. Sold off at the end into the close. Nat gas closes at 230, but kind of a strong reversal for such a kind of awful, such an awful inventory.
Yeah, I mean, we have wicked resistance up here around 3.80, give or take, where my rectangle is right here. We've tried to wick into it 3 times, and then sellers just brought us right back down. Moving averages are still sloping up kind of positively right now, but we definitely have a 3-day kind of shrug off a rally kind of activity here, and stochastics are overbought. Looking at that, look at that crazy price action that Tracy just mentioned. Pre-market, we rallied all the way up to R2, and then it was nothing but sellers all the way till, let's see, where's that 1030 to 11? This is the 1030 to 11 candle right here. Yeah, So this is, in this area here is where that inventory number came out, I think. Then we rebounded, sold off. There's a lot of up and down in this market today and a lot of nice price points, especially R2 frame in the top of the conversation and that high vol level frame in the bottom of the conversation in that gas. So that is today's hot commodity report, Shy.
So we just had we just kind of had a big move in the indices. Really, I can't see any headlines right now other than it's really all Elon and Musk fighting right now. So there's some big headlines coming out about that right now. And that's all I can find right this second. If I find something else, I will definitely let you guys know.
You think they're going to get back together again? Like
This is a good. The headlines are ugly.
just like Ben and J-Lo. It could happen.
So
Anyway,
yeah, we'll see. So, all right, I'll let you with the order flow, guys. I'll be in the chat and keep you updated on any news that comes along.
thanks, Shy. Appreciate you. We are ready to trade the close. Order Flow Labs. We have Stowe in the house. We have Leo the Tiger in the house. How you guys
Ben
doing?
and J-Lo. Oh man,
Jim, I've got a little bone to pick with you, sir.
Uh-oh, what'd I say?
Somebody told me that you called me an influencer this morning.
nope.
Well, there's more to it than that.
Oh?
Because I think I might have referred to you as the main influencer.
Oh,
Wait, worse.
okay, so streamer boy and the main influencer. The main influencer.
You're the man, Leo. Everyone knows it. I just wanted to say it out loud so everyone didn't think I was just getting old and senile.
All right. Well, just so we're all recognizing the truth.
Absolutely. I don't know if Kane's in here to hear this yet. I haven't seen him in the chat.
We'll see.
All right, all right. Anybody got a position on?
I did,
I'm
but
in a long
then
right now.
it got a little weird, so I bailed back out of it. Jim, I want you to think about if the Ben and J-Lo analogy is going to stick. I want you to come up with what was Trump and Musk's Geely movie, and we can revisit that at the end if you could. You got to complete this analogy for me because I really like it. I feel like we're almost there.
I gotta think about it. I'll come up with it though.
Cool.
All right, you guys. Well, good luck today. If you find a trade, we'll be watching in the chat.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
Thank you, buddy.
Dude, the headlines are crazy. This is what
What the hell's going on? I haven't looked at anything.
Trump said Elon was wearing thin. I asked him to leave. I took away his EV mandate that forced everyone to buy electric cars that nobody wanted. He knew this for months. I was going to do it. He just went crazy. The easiest way to save money is to terminate Musk's contract. What in the world?
Sounds like Elon might have learned a bit of a lesson today. Kind of a bit of a FAFO lesson, if you don't, if you catch my drift.
Stowe, what's going on, man?
I should have stayed in that damn thing. It just the book cleaned out for a second. I got worried. Nothing. I'm having a good day. How are you, bud? Nice to talk to you.
Yeah, likewise. I haven't talked to you like 3 days, except for last night.
Yeah.
Did we talk last night?
I think so. I don't know. They all blur together. I think we did. Yeah, I'm just chilling. Where's your long from, bud?
Well, I started buying after this little liquidation break, kind of that hard sell.
Yeah.
I think I bought like somewhere here, like 27s as it started ramping right back through this prior day low.
Yep.
And then I added a couple of times. So now my last piece is here at 66, but I don't really know if I want to get bigger in this trade or just let this be a runner and just let it go.
Yeah.
I mean, we could certainly, I don't even know if my screen's being shared.
It is. It is. It's up.
We could certainly go, rally back through some of this range, but it seems like the sellers found a bit of juice that they haven't had in the past, 24 days.
Did you see right before? So I'll go I was trying to buy, I was buying like what my first entry was 680. And then I was just scaling out super small because it felt like a knife. And then I added one. And then all of a sudden at 670, somebody lifted like 300 lots very
Yeah,
fast.
yeah, I saw
And
that.
then
Yep.
the book froze. And then the sell happened. And I was like,
Right.
ah.
Yep.
So I got
I
in
mean, look
when
at these moves are crazy.
yeah, this is
Like,
super.
are we really responding to Trump tweeting on Truth Social about Elon Musk? Is that like the thing?
I guess.
I saw
So
that like Germany
stupid.
was talking too. The German chancellor was talking about trade. So I don't know if those headlines are hitting the tape or what.
I would hope that that's more impactful than whatever Gossip Girl stuff's going on. But it is what it is.
I mean, look at this tape. The 100 on the offer, followed by basically
Yep.
100 on the bid.
Yep. No, big boys came out to play for some weird reason, and I don't know why. So, but I bought 636 after we reclaimed the weekly view up, which is also right there
636.
next
Yep.
previous day low.
Yep.
And then I only had 2 on, and then we got back to 670, or we got back to like 700, and then all of a sudden somebody lifted that 200 offer again. I was like, all right, nope, no thanks.
Right.
I don't want to get smacked in the face again. So now I'm just chilling, drinking my special Leo coffee.
XYZ said, I got scalped 100 lots for 3 points. Did anybody see it?
That's awesome.
I don't believe you, XY.
I don't
I don't
either,
believe
but it would be cool if
I'm going to put that in the that didn't happen bucket.
you're right, but it'd be pretty cool if it did. That's what I think about every time is that Chris Farley, Billy Madison,
Yeah.
Ian Veronica Vaughn.
So, how's your week, Stowe? Last time
Good.
we talked, you were a bit in the dump.
I was in the dump. Yes, I was super. I was a little in my feelings. But then woke up the next morning after that day, realized that I had the potential to inverse myself, and remembered what that was like, and then I did that successfully. So that was cool. Little lesson learned there. It's always nice when a lesson sticks and you get to benefit from it. So yeah, I had a good day Tuesday. Also had a very good day yesterday. Um, just kind of chilling, back to taking base hits. These turkeys in the chat and Jim have got me moving my stop to break even. So not sure if that's going to stick around or not, but so far, I think it made me money today and yesterday. Pretty sure.
Nice.
Yeah.
Crudele says, I think this is significant on multiple levels. What's happening with Elon and Trump? I'm all ears.
Yeah. What? How so?
When Deli talks, I listen.
Same. I mean, I would agree politically that I like this is a pretty big shakeup. I don't
Is
know.
it?
Yeah, I mean, I think Elon put like his entire self behind Trump, and this is a pretty significant betrayal. I would consider this a pretty significant betrayal if it's real.
I mean,
like if it's
didn't
true.
we all know that this would happen eventually? I mean,
Yeah, I
this
did.
is what everybody was talking about in January.
Well, no, I think everybody was talking about the fact that Elon could only be like a federal employee for so long. Legally, he's only allowed to work there for like 6 months. So when people started saying like, yeah, he's going to be terminated in May, it was just, that was always baked in that he was not going to be doing that stuff forever. But it didn't come with this level of like vitriol.
Could it
Either.
just be manufactured?
It could totally be manufactured, of course. The tail wags the dog constantly. So yeah, I don't know.
What is my display handle? People are saying my display handle. I'm not even looking.
I don't really want to tell you. So
Oh,
you might just have I don't want to be shot
that
as the
bad?
messenger on this. Yeah.
oh my goodness.
It's not great. It's not great.
This is like, I'm going to find out what it is. Yeah, I am
Okay,
the
I'll
main
tell you.
influencer.
There you go. Yep.
Yep. You guys got it right for the first time.
I didn't like Streamer Boy. I specifically didn't like that they were spelling it with that OI at the end. That's always bothered me.
Because of grammar?
No, not grammar. I just don't like that OI thing. It's like my kids is calling me bruh now. I also hate that.
I talk to my 4-year-old and say, bruh. I'm like, bro, what are you doing?
Yeah, but it's like bruh,
Bruh.
bruh. But it's for everything, dude. It's like every 10 seconds it's bruh. She's saying bruh to the cats.
I mean, aren't they not bruh? Are they
I
not
guess they're
bruh?
bruh. They're bruh. I'm her
We're all
father.
gonna start calling you bruh now because we know it bothers you so bad.
It just bothers me when my sweet little girl calls me bruh.
Oh, so everyone else can say it, just not your daughter.
Yeah,
Bruh.
bruh. Dude,
See,
I'm allowed to have double standards like that with my kids. Isn't that what being a dad is all about? Pretty sure it's in
they're
the handbook.
trolling me in my own chat, Stowe. They're making memes out of me in OFL.
Of course.
Somebody took a screenshot of me and put Bono glasses on me. Guys, this is not okay.
Okay, make sure that you stick. I don't have Discord open, so I can give the show my full attention. But please don't delete anything so I can enjoy them.
Oh, we are deleting it.
What's up, Chris? Hey, brother.
Chris, what's
Nick?
up? I missed your morning trading this morning, Chris. How did you do?
Chris did great. Chris grabbed that long very nicely.
Oh, from that consolidation this morning.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's his thing, man. Chris draws a box and then waits.
That was
and
textbook
it works.
absorption down there. You know that tweet I put out there yesterday about absorption at the high of day?
Oh, yeah.
I was going to do that this morning, like, haha, they're doing it today, but on the other side. But I didn't want to, I don't want to main influencer mode everybody, I just want to, I'll come every now and then and post something, but I don't want to make other people look stupid.
I try not to tweet anything about trading or anything that contains like a chart or a reference to a chart or anything about charts or absorption or
you don't like charts?
No, it's not that. It's just I feel like no one sees those. So
people saw mine.
Yeah, well, I
bet they see yours.
Our Twitters.
You should try. I don't know.
My Twitter's mostly about bread and songs that I like.
Okay, really? You can't be a trader and have all your people be interested in your bread.
Why not? I'm a multifaceted guy.
It doesn't work.
Well, you know what I should have done is I should have just stolen this coffee recipe and pretended it was mine. I really made a huge mistake.
You tried to do that.
No, I said I gave you full credit from the jump on this coffee. 100%. Check the tapes. Check the receipts.
They see mine because I am the influencer, Nick. Yeah, it happened today too at the highs. There was actually 2 sequences that were just kind of not hard to spot.
I feel like every time ever since XY started showing me the dead body setup, I'm seeing it like
it's the same setup.
4 days. Yeah.
I mean, he's described it through volume and I'm just looking at it through delta. It's basically the same thing.
Yep.
Y'all want to see a dead body?
Yes, we do. We're allowed to say that now, dead bodies.
I mean, we're pushing the envelope. We're rated TV 14 on here so far. Still haven't cursed 3 months in.
I haven't either. Check the tapes.
We're killing it.
What, Stowe, do you want to go over the dead body setup? I'm in a trade.
Yeah, sure.
Focus.
I can't really show it because I've got my deltas reset by now, but you can kind of see it with volume. So this is what happened. Let's go all the way over. If production can switch to my screen.
Hold on. Can we get more likes before we do this? Because I feel like 51 likes is not even, I don't even think we're appreciated for showing up. Can you guys like this? I mean, come on.
The first thing about the dead body setup is it's not mine, it's XY's. So as I explain it, please bear with me. And XY's in the chat, and he can, comment accordingly. Hold on. Deli's dropping some knowledge real fast. Deli says, yes, we expected Trump and Elon to separate at some point, but the fact that it's happening now amidst a lot of their plans still not completed creates a lot of uncertainty with Doge and admin AI plans and SpaceX plans too. That makes sense. I gotta imagine that Elon's smart enough to have hedged against, the Mad King getting mad. You know what I mean? If he truly just went all in and bought the grift, that seems like not the most smart play. I gotta imagine that somebody that has amassed, that much wealth, this many companies, has done this many things, that by now he's at least kind of figured out that you got to hedge against the grift. I don't know, but who knows? We'll find out. Anyways, the dead body
Right.
setup.
Are we going to dub it the dead body setup?
I mean, I named it that this morning, but that's just what XY has been calling it when we've been trading it. It's because he wants to see a dead body. All right, so pretty clear trend. This was a bunch of, extreme violent move out of this. We pushed past the previous week high, making new highs, and the price just stalls up here. And this was a ton of blue delta up here and a ton of red delta up here. And my chat was giving me hell because I wasn't in a trade. And they're like, why don't you get in? Why don't you push in the highs? And I'm like, yeah, I don't know. Because this doesn't feel very good. I'd like to at least have it pull back to here to test. And, so I wasn't in a trade. And I was like, this looks like the dead body setup. And what that is when you see this two-way, and that's what you look for. You look for price to get somewhere and then find its two-way. And then if it loses that, then all of this buying that is up here that was trying to continue that trend is kind of in trouble. So this loss of this level and all the bid delta that came along with it. Again, I can't show you because my delta profile is reset by now, but trust me, it was a ton. There was a ton of red here and a ton of blue up here. Once we lost that two-way, it fell, like it waterfalled out of there. It gave a tiny, I guess like a tiny retest for ants right here to get, maybe that's your entry, but yeah, I'm sure that XY just slapped that and took it to VWAP. That if I was to guess.
He said 100 lots for 3 points.
Oh, well, that was down here when he was trading with his high frequency trading robot. He probably has a hedge fund. He just hasn't told us. I bet his whole background is just like, that's why he blurs out his setup, just because he's got traders in the background. Everybody has to wear a robe at XY's hedge fund.
I just bought more here on this little pullback to 88.
That's good. It's a good pullback.
We have a little bit of an established range here. I don't know.
We're still above that value spot too. Like that 680 is our balance area spot.
Yep. If we go much lower, I'm just gonna get out.
Well, I mean this was a pretty big stop run, and then they gave up quite fast. Like it shot. That was a dip and rip. So
right,
they're gonna protect that.
That's the button clicks you moment.
Yep. As soon as it got like weekly VWAP was zero resistance on the way back up, and I think it's Thursday, so that thing's it's kind of operating at its peak VWAP potential right now. So.
Yeah. Let's watch this here. They slammed into 90s there on the bid.
Sure, JT. No problem, bud.
I mean, we are walking it down, so we're making lower highs, lower lows. So I'm not trying to get too excited about like some type of
and this done it
end of day rally.
It smacked the Europe spot again, which has been a pretty good pivot. I don't know. We lost that 720 spot too. I guess this whole thing is kind of like a weird junky area for me. At least it's turning into one. Yeah, I don't know. But as far as like initiating goes, I think you're solid above this 660 area. That's a decent taper. I don't know how in the world they made the point of control the top of this node.
Yeah, it's pretty far.
864.
Oh, well, somebody hit like 500 lots there at
Okay.
65.
I wasn't paying attention.
They were like, "Do you want to sell it?" And he was like, "Yes, 500 at market."
Cool. Hey, Kane, what's up, buddy?
Hey, Kane. Kane, did you short the highs? I lost your audio. I think I lost audio.
You did? You can't hear me?
Oh, I can hear you now.
Oh.
Lost audio for a minute.
Yep, I'm just chilling.
All right, getting a little bit of a response.
Kane, is Thursday your day off? I typically try to leave the charts alone on Wednesdays. That's my break. I try to pretend the market doesn't exist on Wednesday if I don't have to.
No trading today.
Pre NFP.
Pre NFP. It's clean, huh?
I took some pretty big shots at every analyst that exists today, Leo, by accident with Jim.
Analyst? What do you mean analyst?
No, I was like, Jim asked me if I take NFP into like if that number comes out and I'm looking at it and if I consider that at all. And I just think the whole thing is funny that the only reason that the number matters is only based on the analyst expectation that's been set before it. So the thing that makes it hot or cold is only the prediction number that somebody came up with. It doesn't seem like a very good system. I don't know. There's got to be a better way to do that.
The market cares about the number. So
sure.
Kane's telling me.
But they care about it, but only because it's different, or if it's not different than the prediction number, right? That's what makes the market move. If it is higher than predicted or lower than predicted, or if it's the same, then it moves less, right? So isn't the analyst part the part that matters?
I don't know.
All right.
I'm just a trader.
Yeah, same. Yeah, at least we can agree it makes no sense, Kane. Cool. I'll agree to agree on that.
Leo's not a trader. He's a streamer. So what does that make you?
Ooh.
You stream more than I do. Streamer boys.
Oh, Leo, you're back to just Leo now.
Oh, nice.
You're no longer the main influencer.
Kane, did you miss it? It said the main influencer earlier. Not completely true. The difference year over year and previous numbers matter too, but you have a point, Stowe.
That's fair. Okay. Note taken on that, Strickles.
Kane's just jerking around. Stop talking to yourself. That's hilarious. Here's a good one. What do you risk percentage of your DLL do you generally risk on a given trade?
I don't risk a percentage of my DLL. I risk a percentage of my account value.
They got me.
Yeah, dude, that seller is big mad. But we're retesting this 670 Chad down here. Let's see if they have any
from earlier. Yeah, he was over here earlier. Oh, how you getting back in this? I'm gonna jump back in.
So I try to risk 1% of account value. Like right now, I'm risking 1.2%. Anything between 1 and 3 is safe-ish, but I really try to not go over 2. So for me, I just try to keep an amount in my head, and then as my balance goes, significantly lower or significantly higher, I can adjust that. But somebody asked me if I'm ever going to trade NQ instead of MNQ today on the cash account that I'm using for this. And after the stream, I took a walk and I was thinking, I was like, how could I have answered that in a better way? But like, I'd have to turn 10K into 35K to put, 2 minis on. I don't really like trading one lot, so I'd want to get to the point where I could at least put 2 minis on with my 15-point stop. And, I would need to risk $600 to do that. So yeah, that's the math there. Yeah, sure.
Starting to get a little bit of a push now. Let us see what happens. Jay Bear's in the chat. What's up, Jay Bear? One lot trading is very difficult.
I imagine.
DLL, don't lose Leo. Kana's really on one today.
Kane's a little spicy. Well, what time is it there? Maybe he's been chilling at happy hour for a little bit.
Too many happy hours.
Sometimes if I have more than 3 beers, I accidentally get a little spicy. Not that anybody would know about that.
Every time I call you, I'm like, bro, how many beers have you had? And it's always 2. Why is it always 2 beers?
Well, I mean, because the third one's the last one, and then
the third one.
So you wouldn't typically have, I'm usually gonna have around 2.
Kane, so I'm sorry, maybe you don't know this, but when you get older, at 8 p.m., you're excited to have a drink. That is happy hour.
It's actually a little late, to be honest.
Yeah.
8 p.m. I'm usually thinking about I better eat some Tums, start thinking about bedtime, that sort of stuff. 40-year-old problems, Kane.
Tums. Oh my goodness.
I'm a big Tums guy.
Man. I'm regretting this trade.
Come back. Bye. Tracy knows about Tums. See, thanks. Appreciate you, Tracy. Somebody's got my back in here.
All right, I scaled out of 1. I was in 3 and I actually took one off like up here in these 80s. Looks like I'm just gonna eat pain till we decide to do something. May add back to this if we get a little bit more confidence that this thing is gonna run. Try the Wonder Belly antacid.
Okay. I'll check that out. But JD Florida Man, I must tell you that I went to Costco and I bought the Tums that you could you really hurt somebody with. It's like the 50-pound Tums. So it may take me several years to get through, but in a few years, if I still experience heartburn and discomfort, I'm going to check that out for sure.
I bought back in too now. I think Kane bought it. Kane, you're selling it?
This 660 spot is, I mean, this is a pretty thin joint. I bet there's a bunch of missed auctions in there too.
He's counting.
Trying to figure out 648. They have some
Team long in the chat. It's a good long. Not because I'm in it, but because it's a good long.
Yeah. I can't, as much as I love buying, dude, I'm not there yet.
Not even still wants to buy this?
No, I don't, because it's this droop thing. This whole move is not respecting the VWAP from the low. like any of the stuff that I would normally look at to lean off of. I like that we're down here protecting this that taper, but it's just not enough, dude, for me. I mean, I already tried it once and I got paid, and then I got back in here to try to look for continuation at the overnight low and had to bail right back out of it. So I'm not seeing it. It just looks like they're stair stepping down for now.
Fair enough.
I don't know. I guess like maybe Trump needs to say that, Elon's invited to his birthday party or something, and we can maybe go back up.
They just need to say that he had a phone call with China. Just a phone call.
That was another fun one.
If you have a phone call with somebody, it's a 100-point rally instantly. Man, this is annoying.
Yeah, that's also why I don't want to be in it. I know it would just be making me mad. There's some bid. Now they're coming in.
Barely. I mean, kind of.
Plus, I don't need to be in it if you're in it. I can enjoy the,
You're starting to buy on the tape there.
My goodness.
Bought when all sold. Bought when all bought. They slammed it right back. Fantastic.
Kane, I don't want to smack the bid. I can't smack it yet. See what I mean?
All right. They got me. Had a phone call with Leo today. Kane had a phone call with Leo today?
Is there more than one Leo? Do you guys talk on the phone?
No, what am I doing?
Do you have to use like a special calling card to call somebody in the UK? How do you guys do that?
Zoom.
Okay. Do you think calling cards still exist?
This day and age? No, man. I don't even think most people know what those are.
All right, cool.
Do you want to tell us?
What a
Tell
calling
us
card
about
is?
calling cards.
Yeah, you used to have to buy them from gas stations if you wanted to use a payphone. Back in the day when you didn't have a cell phone and you were driving around in a van with a bunch of idiots playing music, using MapQuest directions to know where you're at. You had to have a calling card to call your mom.
MapQuest. I remember MapQuest. Yeah, when you used to have to print out your directions before you left for your trip, not like get on Google Maps and put the address in.
Yep. That was the last bastion of true adventure was I'm going to leave the house with these 4 pieces of paper and hope that I make it somewhere.
Driving in a van with a bunch of idiots.
Yes. Very, and confirmed in all the different bands that I've ever been in, they were always filled to the brim in that van with idiots, including myself.
Kane, are you still long? I think I'm going to bail. Yeah, I'm out. Good luck. Yeah.
This sucks.
I mean, I don't know. It's a mediocre long at best at this point.
Look at this. Candles look terrible. I just pulled up the 30-minute and it's just like, boy, today was ugly.
How low can Tesla go? How low is it? How low is it? It's like down 10%. Sounds like an opportunity.
There's a seller. Woo, baby. Step on it. That seller wants all the smoke. Oh my.
Yeah. I'm watching this for a bit of a. They held this low. It could be a great long. Any snippet of buying, I'm bound to jump on this bad boy.
Oh, goodness. God, it's just hate selling.
Rage
That's it.
against the machine.
Pure rage. We're gonna spike a new low.
It is the L period low.
Oh
scenario.
God. The stat is back.
They're gonna hold this. That would be gross.
I ain't buying that.
The L stat. It's tricky to play the L stat on new lows, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Not new highs. What time frame? This is a 500 volume chart.
OCR on 5. I guessed right the other day. Good. Ooh, seller. Okay. Hands off.
We are below weekly VWAP now.
Oh, goodness.
Looking to make a new low.
There she is.
560 would be the weekly halfback. We got to 560. Is this where you tell me, yeah, that we're going lower? Yeah. Okay, you're just now out? Okay. By his tears. Angry. Now, I know a lot of people would probably want to jump into shorts because of this momentum.
I wouldn't do it right now.
How many of you have that as part of your game? Because I don't.
I mean, it's part of my game. It's not a good part. But like it's in there. It's a bad part. I've gotten away with it a couple times. This low looks extremely shortable as long as the seller continues to exist. There's not a bid to be found down here. I assume Tesla's going to be at $14 by the close.
$14.
Holy Moses.
Oh, this is crazy. Deli might be right, actually, because
What did Deli say?
Elon just said that Trump is in the Epstein files. This is a weird twist.
Did these dummies just start a bear market? I'm going to be so annoyed.
Do you know what's actually really annoying about this? I just thought about this. Just like I bought some YOLO. Well, I don't want to use the term YOLO. I bought some very cheap puts expiring. It was going to be for NFP. Like I was thinking, let me take like a cheap shot at like a bad NFP reaction.
Okay.
And so I bought puts yesterday. I bought them, and only did I realize last night that they were for today's expiration. I was like, okay, well, that's not going to do me any good. So
you're a very educated option trader. I do know that about you.
Yeah, actually, hang on just a second.
Good grief.
Because we're going to come into last week's value area high, and there was a bit of a zone of interest here at 520.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just kind of wondering if this might be a decent stab at a little knife catch.
Not with this tape, brother. Not for me. I'm good. That seller is like,
all out.
I mean, the seller is on the gas right now.
I know.
But no, you're right. We are coming back into that. Actually, let me pull that high point. Coming to the other side of that big node.
All right, so
big LV in here too.
So I bought these puts, and they expired today. Man.
Yeah, this is kind of the edge here of this LVN 503. I don't know if it ran those stops or not. 502. How far down did we get? No, 503 to the tick.
I feel like we missed that opportunity.
What time is it? 3:20. I'll put the view up on it and see if it's going to reverse this thing.
I missed it.
The puts.
Okay. So the puts I bought, I closed them out like legit 30 minutes ago. Because we made that little low, and I was like, oh, I'll just buy them back into this little liquidation for break even.
Sure.
I'm sure they're worth like double now.
That's the thing with options, man.
But I I made a mistake. That's a lot of buying. A lot of buying.
Yikes. Very happy. Now that was your value area high retest.
I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna take 2 here.
Go ahead.
Just see if we can't bang out a couple points with all that buying. My stop is too tight for this.
I think that's what's keeping me out also. It's wicking 10, 15 points at a time. So if I was to mark it in right now, I don't really have a great.
Yep. All right, that was just a one lot, so.
$66, keep seeing this seller step. 225.
I mean, what I hate about this idea is that all this offers here, so like passively being sold at the lows and new lows, and they're not able to move it. All that buying went nowhere.
I tried a quick one. Got one. Got one off.
I'm in here at 27.
This is what's in the way. Is this 540 just absorbing and pushing?
Jeez. All right.
Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah, so I bought those puts. They're probably worth double. And I could have rolled them on, I could have rolled them into Friday. But, that's how it goes.
I don't mess with options.
I wouldn't want to buy them now because they're just not it wouldn't be a cheap deal.
Right.
Did you jump in?
I'm still in the same one. I got it at 19, so my stop is safe for now. I'm going to see if this 540 can be defeated or if he steps back in. So right now. Nope. That's fine. That's a nice base hit down there. That was, I got 30 points out of that. Cool. Yes, no hero today. Not looking for a V. Not looking for any of that. Just, I think what we did there just now, Leo. Okay. This is a good sequence. This doesn't mean that you should just buy liquidations like this, but this is how you can have realistic expectations, right? So Leo said, when we were up here, we lost the weekly VWAP. He's like, well, we're coming into that previous week value area high. And then I pulled up the high time frame chart, which I've probably looked at more today than I have at all. And, we zoom in and we see we have this LVN here also. Came down, tested it, rejected it. We let price move away from it. And then when it got back and we could slam in for a quick scalp, we got it. Now, when you get into trouble is when you start trying to get in here with plans to get all the way back into this previous value. So that's knife catching. Scalping counter rotations is different.
I think it's all about your expectations, you know?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, there's good risk to reward, like on a little bit of a on the opportunity that it might rally hard from here,
Yeah.
right? So I always try to like scalp a little bit, leave a runner, take it off if it doesn't make sense anymore, and then look for an opportunity to kind of get back in.
Yeah.
Like I just bought these 16s and then covered on this little pop, and then now I actually have 2 left. I didn't mean to do that.
Well, the thing that, and also I've tried, it's like several times people have asked me to try to illustrate this, how to use the Delta profile for trend. And I don't really have a good opportunity to use one for a trend down often, but it's right here. So this is, all right. So we're up here. We leave this volume dramatically with this. And you see a big passive seller come in here, and now they're all the way down here. So all of this buying that's trying to get somewhere is getting eaten up by this 540 dude for the time being. That's why I wanted to get out there, because I saw this reaction and it sucked. So that's why I got out. Now he might lose, and if he loses, then maybe that buying can get back into that value. But that's how I try to use this as trend confirmation. Did you keep a lot in there, bud? Nice.
Yeah.
Good job, homie.
Got 2. I'm gonna probably scale 1. I should do like Kane. Just put it at break even.
Hey, man, I've been doing it. All the kids are doing it. All the kids and Jim.
And Jim. Jim's doing it too?
Yeah, Jim. Yeah, Jim was encouraging me a lot after my drawdown speech. And yeah, that was one thing. He's like, yeah, man, just something you can think about. Move that to break even.
See, I'm not ready to let go of this trade, even this second lot, until we start to kind of pull back. And I'll tell you that I want to let this momentum that we're currently in, rally this. I want to take advantage of this as much as I can. But the thing is you have to be disciplined when, it starts to kind of die out to take profit, not have like a bunch of hopium in the sense that like, oh, we're going to go test prior day low or something that, a little farther up here. You don't want to hold out for that. But, there's opportunities like this where once the momentum takes over, to let that, to ride that momentum for as long as you can.
Yeah, look at this.
Like, normally I'd probably take the second lot off for like 20 or 30 points, but I'm trying to let it go a little bit further.
It might get you all the way back to 600 here.
Hold for Friday's close. That's pretty far up there. So
Someone
yeah,
still knows where last Friday's close is?
Yeah, bro. You don't know?
No. How would I know that?
It's like just count the days. Oh, it's 540. It's lower than that. It's lower. Why would you want it to go lower?
Yeah, see? I'm telling you.
Chat. Okay. So I took the one off up here, and this one, you know what? I'm gonna pull a stow, and I'm gonna put it 1 tick in front, or 2, or whatever that is.
Well, I've been putting it like 20 points in front, bud.
Oh, okay. Here,
lock it in. Lock in your base hit.
I'll do 10 points. 11.
There you go.
10, 11. I don't know. I'm not.
No, do 11.
The
1 point will pay for the commission on the 10.
Okay, 11 and a quarter. How about that?
Perfect. I should probably look at the chat. Is anybody asking any questions?
I feel like an idiot though. What if they just come out over here and test this and then?
Yeah. Well,
nothing.
If you want to,
I'm going to break even. I already made
a
decent clip on this. Holy shnikes. Almost got me, Kane. Almost got me.
Oh man, Kane, I would have won so much money if Leo swore before I did on this show. Let me tell you. Oh, so close to a payday. Oh. All right. What did I miss in the chat?
Okay. What's up, chat? What's going on?
Bitcoin has
Can we check
decided to
the
correlate from
like
NQ
counts?
today.
You guys.
Oh, I see Kane is calling you a hindsight trader from your put calls, but
Are you serious?
I don't think that he got to the end of the story where you said that you sold them for break even before.
Maybe you should listen to the whole story. Yeah, saw it off, Kane.
Yeah, Kane, I did switch to in profit stops.
Like for real?
Yeah. On some of those, when I wanted to protect the base hit but still saw a higher target. It's a new thing. I also started like wearing my underwear backwards. I turned my socks inside out. I have all kinds of like slump ritual stuff that I do. So lots of that stuff.
Slump rituals?
Yeah, slump ritual. You get into a slump and you gotta start doing wacky stuff. Get the voodoo off.
Hold on. So what do you do? Okay, you did not tell me all of this last week when we talked about your slump.
Well, I just made it up just now, but we can keep going with it if you want. It would be.
I just made it up?
Yeah, turning your underwear inside out doesn't seem like a good plan. That's not going to help anything.
That would just make things worse.
Yeah, it's going to complicate a lot of processes. I guess if I was a hat guy, I could wear my hat inside out like rally cap style. You ever do that? Like at your T-ball games, rally cap?
No. I mean, I used to when I was, 7.
Yeah, for sure.
But I'm not 7 anymore.
Omid's right. This sounds about right coming from a baseball fan. Exactly. You got to do all kinds of stuff. You never know where the voodoo is going to come from. I think that this is a decent spot. That's a good, like they're back to the scene of the crime now. That's cool. That was a great long, bud. Aren't you glad?
I'm going to sit in it. I'm breaking even until the close.
That you were, that you took it, even though everything told you not to?
Everybody told me not to do it. Even you were like, no, I don't think,
Well, yeah, I was talking my own book, and then I got my own scalp in there.
Yeah, you did.
I just couldn't get in with, it was just too wiggly for a second.
XYZ, the best trades are when everyone says not to do it. I couldn't agree more. Even yourself, you should also recognize when you think you should not do something, that's the moment where you might want to do that thing.
Yep.
And then the inverse of that is when you really want to do something is when you probably shouldn't. You're licking your chops. You're like, oh, bro, they don't even know how much money I'm going to make on this trade. You start thinking about the money you make future money as you're getting into the trade.
Oh, wait, hold on. Oscar was saying hold till Friday close, not the last Friday close, but like tomorrow.
I don't do that. Are you crazy?
Okay, that makes a little more sense. I was like, there's no way this dude knows where we closed last Friday.
I mean, you don't have Fridays close?
No.
What's wrong with you?
Previous week close. How much MGI can I possibly have on here? Have you seen how many lines I have already? You got to put a stop to it somewhere.
It's like 360.
Did I tell you I got a new coffee maker?
Yeah, I saw it.
Oh,
yep.
God.
Tell the chat.
It's so freaking good. I told him this morning. I don't want to. I'm waiting for my affiliate code to come from the coffee folks before I really start to shill.
No reload. No, because the thing is that the puts that I bought were really cheap. Now they're not. So it's not, the deal isn't that good. Do you want me to buy one? I'll do you a favor. I will
Wait, you're
buy
not supposed.
one.
Hold on, compliance.
Oh yeah, I will plan on getting short for a cheap trade. I'm not going to share anything else about that idea. You've already heard about it.
Yes. And Shab, you're welcome.
Don't yell at us. How come we can talk about the trades that we're in?
Dude, the thing about compliance is that it's like a magic box, and nobody is allowed to know what's inside until you've accidentally done the wrong thing, and then you get to find out.
Yes, Kane, you will only hear about it when it's up big. Yes, exactly. Brother, are you new to the game? You've been around for a bit.
Oh, later, Chris.
It's looked at. Oh,
Have fun
I
at
would
the gym,
never.
brother.
I would never do that. You can buy them right now, and I haven't done anything. Uh-oh. Getting text messages.
I've turned my phone upside down so I can't see it if I get a text message. That's what I'm going to do. Jeff's on a massive hot streak right now. Good for you, Jeff.
Oh, look at this rally.
That was a
100
big lift.
points.
That was a big lift.
Look,
623.
somebody bought 245 right here. And that's the beautiful thing about having this delta profile.
Woo!
You can see that it stands out like a sore thumb. I
Let's
mean, you
go.
see it on the tape, obviously, too. Can you take me higher?
Nice. We got both of them. Now, Kevin, can we run those at the same time like Leo and I are singing together? Is that possible?
Do they have me on recording?
That was it. That was you, dude.
Oh, I thought that was you.
No, we're both in there now. JD Florida Man, I was just making an affiliate joke. I don't plan to have an affiliate code for a coffee maker or anything else. But that's just a joke that I like to make.
Hey, so something we added that's new. I don't think anybody's asked, but I'm going to tell you because nobody's asked.
Okay.
Is that the Delta profile for NinjaTrader has been updated. Do you
Oh,
see all
nice.
these gray bars?
Oh, cool.
Do you
Yeah.
see the gray
I
bars?
do. Yes.
Okay. That is a threshold. So now you can put a threshold in here to where if it's not above a certain amount, it will basically just show, gray bars with no value, right? No
That's
print.
beautiful. That's awesome.
So now you get the information that's really important that stands out.
Yep. You can just look at the extremes. That's super cool.
So it really helps, like when you're looking for those absorption scenarios, it's going to stand out a lot. It stands out a lot easier. Market Sniper. I know. I was actually given the approval to say that thing, so it's okay. When did that get added? Chill guy. I'm beta testing it right now. It will be available in 1 to 2 weeks or less. Stowe, but you're such a good influencer. Thank you, Whit. You're such a good influencer, Stowe. You should have a coffee affiliate deal. Code Stowe for your favorite coffee.
Can we get out of this?
Somebody said I
range?
was funny. That's funny.
You've got pretty good jokes, dude. You know that. I've told you that before.
Dude, my wife says I'm not funny at all.
That sounds like, it sounds like something. Maybe she's just funnier than you. So it's like a compare and contrast thing.
So she's not funny. My friends even agree with me that she's not funny.
I don't know. Your wife had a couple great jokes the other day. I mean, they're all at your expense, so maybe that's why you're not necessarily tuned in.
What did she say that was funny?
I don't remember, but it was funny. It made me laugh. Huh. Or maybe it was something that your kid was doing. I can't remember. Your kid does some funny stuff sometimes.
Dude, he is a hoot.
Yeah.
Please take profit. I'm nervous. Don't be nervous.
There's nothing
We
to
take
be nervous
profit.
about.
Well, we'll take profit at the end of the day. I either make 2 points or like 200. Why not at all-time highs? That's what I'm saying.
I mean, the 5-day point of control is at that 740 spot.
Okay, so we come back to these 680s. I
don't think
want to
that
see what
is-
happens here in this little.
Yeah. I don't think that that's out of the question if we can get past this, back out of this dumb balance that we fell back into.
I mean, that's where the 680s are.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay, and I started with 3 contracts. I took one off for like.
Okay, we need both. We need both Stowe and Leo at the same time right now to get all the way through the 680 range. If the production team can do it.
Can you take me
higher?
Wow. That was actually sounded pretty okay.
Yeah. Yep, that's definitely as bad as I thought it was going to be. So that's good. It's perfect. Thank you. And we dumped, yes. I think the legs went down on that. Possible. Not everything's a home run. You got to throw as much as you can at the wall, and whatever sticks, that's what you go with.
Odd trade, low risk, outrageous profit. Hey, that's what we were talking about. Take it as a scalp, leave a runner, let it run for these opportunities that have big risk reward.
You're holding the previous day low, brother. And it's about to be algo time.
Nah, man, we got 9 minutes for algo time. This can rally like strong. I mean, this is it's a nice V.
I'm on your side.
If I'm sitting at home and I'm in this trade, I take it. I cover. Partials sound bad. Sounds like a guy that doesn't like partials. I don't imagine how much I would be up because that would totally screw up my trading.
Lone Wolf Trader says, I missed what you were seeing to get into the trade. Can you share if you were willing? Yeah, it's pretty easy stuff. Like as we lost the weekly VWAP, Leo was like, we got this previous week value area high down here at 520. And yeah, you just said like, I'm going to look for a rebid down there. And then buyer showed up and then he bought it. And there you go. Bab's your uncle.
Buyer, he bought it. We bought it.
We bought it. It's just saw the buyer. We bought it. The end. Lido, what are you? I mean, it's only Thursday. I don't know. We can't do all caps until Friday.
Are we doing all caps?
Yeah. Lido says, what are those indicators you have on the right?
Don't try this at home.
It's
not an indicator. It's literally a volume profile, but it's just doing the ask minus the bid volume. So if you were looking at this is a volume profile, right? Has all of the volume, and there's no distinction between ask or bid. This guy is the same thing. It's volume. It's just doing the math of the ask volume minus the bid volume and just gives the delta of that information. So when this guy bought 300 lots here at 22.25, we saw this. What are you doing?
Aaron Rodgers signed to the Steelers. Eddie Chin is telling me what a fiasco that's going to be.
Oh,
gross.
And you're a Steelers fan, right?
No, I'm not a Steelers fan. Actually, where I grew up, we all rooted for the Bills. So I'm more of a Bills fan than a Steelers fan. The Steelers fans are pretty insufferable, to be honest, and this is just going to make them that much worse.
The time and sales, yes, you can get a time and sales in NinjaTrader. You just open a time and sales window and then change your color settings.
Piece of cake. I also posted my time and sales settings on Twitter. And by I mean the time and sales settings that I directly stole from Leo.
So you stole mine, streamed with them, and then you shared them on Twitter as your own.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm still streaming with them right now.
Interesting.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's my mode of operation. We've always talked about this.
Steel's fans remind me of OrderFlow traders.
Ooh. Oh, Kane.
Who are you?
There might be some truth to that in many ways. I'll need to think about that analogy.
What did you say? I didn't even hear what you said about it. I don't even know where I was.
I said Steelers fans can be pretty insufferable, and this is probably going to make them even more insufferable.
I'm not sure I agree with that. Do you think this is closing at the lows? I mean, I hope not, Trader Sam. I'm long. If we close at the lows, I'll be very disappointed.
You're inversing your own stat again, by the way.
I mean, okay? I said it's hard to take that trade at a new lows.
Yep.
I can't dictate what the market does as far as the setup goes.
I mean, apparently it's so grouchy that this Elon Trump thing is sending Tesla down, more than 10%. It seems sensitive to me.
Kane, I called the high of day yesterday and I didn't. I mean, I got high day yesterday, low of day today. What do you want? Do you want me to teach you how to trade?
Few.
Clearly, you're not a baller.
You can color code when the order above or below asks. Yeah, exactly. That's how this is set up. So, like, if you're watching this is above a certain price, it gets striped, and then above ask, below bid, it gets striped. What are you laughing, giggling like a little kid?
I like that Trader Kane used the yawn emoji. That was also very classic.
You want me to stop taking partials? I want you to learn how to read the market. I mean, let's be truthful.
Caleb, are you a Steelers fan and you're not insufferable? All right, I'll put you in the pile of people that I also know like that. I think it's like 4 or 5.
Too far? This is personal now?
Oh, Kane versus Leo. All right.
Kane versus Leo. There is no versus. Do you want to remember? Let's just go back in the time machine for like 3 weeks ago when Merritt tried to do the same thing. And then he said he was golfing. Do you want to use the same excuse? Kane versus America. Oh my God.
What's the British version of I'm sorry, I was actually just golfing. It would be like I was having a cheeky point, something like that. Cheeky point.
What?
Oh, now he's calling you old, Leo. Shots fired.
Who said I'm old?
Kane did. I'm sorry. He said Amera older, Kane.
I feel old.
Well, so do I. That's why I got to eat Tums every day.
I was literally golfing yesterday. I wasn't talking about you, Caleb. I mean, we can go at it, Kane. When do you want to do this? We're gonna have a trade-off?
Ooh, that could be cool.
Do you want me to teach you how to trade with OrderFlow? AKA actually trading? All right, let's see what this MOC does. Sadly, I have to hear Kane in my ear here in a minute tell me that the algo is about to go off. Trade pork bellies. New OFL indicator called Blue Steel. I'm having a cheeky pint. And this chat is crazy. A cheeky point.
Cheeky point. That's not a point.
Do you know what the worst thing you can do is?
It's
me not order flow.
Oh. What's the worst way to trade, Leo? Go ahead.
The 10 a.m. reversal.
Here he goes. I got to rile this up. You know, I got to hype this fight. I got to figure out how to. Yeah, I'm gonna have to make some odds on this. So, chat, if you come see me later.
Do you
Attention
let
traders.
me
It's algo time.
I had to hear that. I got to work on my British.
I mean, I've tried. It's just like.
There we
Come
go.
on,
There we go.
Get through it.
Come on.
No.
Get through it.
Dang it.
No, not.
God, if we're back in this balance again tomorrow. Oh. Ugh. Pain. You know, I feel like I put a lot of personal effort into leaving this balance. I know I wasn't specifically doing anything, but it feels like I was.
We're just going to have a new balance now. Like the tennis shoes.
Nice. Okay. Kane probably doesn't know what those are because we're old and he's not.
Kane, you won't trade again?
What's that, like the trader version of racing for pink slips? You guys should both buy you should both get a CME seat before this fight, and then loser has to give it to somebody.
Sure, you want to trade for CME seats? Kane is younger. Yeah. I'm 10 years older than Kane. 10 years.
Man, that's cool.
I don't know. I think I'm just going to leave this trade until the close. It doesn't really make a ton of sense to hang out here. It actually has me curious about, do we dump this into the close?
Yeah. I thought, I thought our algo was our best chance to get back into 680, back into that value area, and it just rejected.
Right. Yeah, I mean, we talked about that basically. 675.
Big sad.
CME seats are not that much. No, a monthly membership's like for at least $2,500 a month.
Caleb says Kane is 2 times my age.
Caleb, are you 15?
So this is why I can't curse in here. There's kids. I wonder if I would have liked this when I was 15. Like, I don't think so.
Trading?
Yeah.
I am, yeah. I'm twice your age. No. I don't think there is now, Jeff, because they can't lease them if they wanted to. That's why they're so cheap to lease. As yours, Kane. You never know. Okay. I'm gonna watch this trade come back.
Gross. I thought maybe 610 was your last chance. That was a view off from that low. Who knows? That's the close. Anything could happen.
I said I was going to let it go until the close. So
Yep.
That's what I'm doing. It's not that idea for like the past 3 trade the closes for me, where I try to like let a trade run, has not worked.
Yeah. I mean, that hasn't worked for me for a while. Yeah, I had that one really good long that you took off into the algo, and I tried to let it go, and it walked all the way back on me. That was like my last bad trade last week. So that's still ringing in my ear. Base hit city for Stowe until Jim tells me I'm out of timeout.
See, it's every time we have it's just like every close. I always want to watch the close. I mean, it's always, for some reason, it's always interesting to me just to see where we close.
Oh, this Palmetto Panther is in IWM shorts right now. It's fun. I don't mess with that thing.
Hey, what's up, Jim?
Jim.
Yo, how you guys doing?
Oh, great.
Well, you know me, just the main influencer trying to bang out a 100-point trade here.
I did hear a whole lot of influencing going on today.
You did?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Stowe was trying to sell everybody his coffee maker and then to use his affiliate code that he doesn't have.
Jim, there's another percolator fan in here also, by the way. I don't know if you caught that earlier. Someone else is doing old school, put it on the stove and let it go. I thought you'd appreciate that.
It's a Bialetto Mocha Espresso device.
There you go.
Is that like manual?
Well, it's kind of looks like a small percolator, and it makes espresso. It's pretty good.
Nice.
Very, very
You
good.
have to be super old school and have at least an Italian enough name to qualify to get it in the mail first. So
that's not true because
my
brother-in-law, he's like 30 years old. He has one.
Well, I mean, you may not want to say that out loud because the cops will come and take it if he doesn't have that, Italian license for that.
Yeah, you got to be stealthy if you're not.
Maybe he is a pretty stealthy guy. So
that's called the down low, Leo. That's where he has to keep that.
I mean, they are selling the ever living, out of this.
Yes. Again, don't curse. There's people that can't buy a drink in here. So
is this time for Tesla calls market on close?
I wasn't going to say it, but you did. So I'm
Jim
not sure.
Jim understands compliance a little better than we do. We just know compliance is a word that floats in the air, and occasionally we violate it.
That was a question. I just posed a question. There was
question.
No
yeah. Is that
statement of fact?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. You're baiting
Jim's telling us all the loopholes. Fair enough. Yep.
Trading options is about substantial risk of loss, not suitable for all traders and investors.
That was fast.
How did they pull that out?
Jim just knows that by heart. He's just able to bust that disclaimer out whenever he needs to.
That's crazy.
No, so in the old days, before you guys were around, NinjaTrader Live 1.0, every time I'd have to read out loud like a 3-paragraph disclaimer.
Oh, so you couldn't just put it up on the screen. You had to actually read the thing.
Then finally compliance like, all right, you could put it on the screen now.
That's the thing with compliance. They're pretty grouchy about the complying part.
Oftentimes in futures trading, you have a high combination of leverage and volatility. And although that could be an equation for opportunity, it's also an equation for risk. So be careful.
Wow.
That
is so sick.
That is years of memory.
I'm so impressed. That is awesome.
Yeah, but it's true. It is true.
Yeah, you often don't know which side of that equation you're on either until it's over.
Wow, they are gonna.
Yeah, I'm sure. I had the feeling that this was gonna do this like 100 points ago, and I didn't do anything about this trade.
Yeah, I'm proud of Stowe, man. Stowe is trailing that stop. We can't wait to compare statistics week over week now.
I pulled it already, and let me tell you, it's black and white. that would be the difference.
red and green,
or red and green, or blue and red. We don't necessarily, we don't really do the The red and green as order flow people.
Oh, you don't. It has to be blue.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So question for you. The bell's going to ring in 20 seconds. Are you marking on close? Or are you going to let it ride another hour if you have to?
No. I'll cover it at the close. It looks like there's some buying here. I'm gonna let this.
Yo.
It's
that 570 spot again.
Yeah, I mean, I almost bought a few more there on this little pullback, but there's the bell. See if we just get a little bit of a rally. All right, we'll take it out. We'll take 80 points.
Good trade, bud.
Yeah. Yeah. Good job.
Thank you.
I mean, we closed in BFE down here. We lost my 680 spot I've been working on for 9,000 years.
Well, that 680 should be a something to carry forward. You know, if you trade NQ, I would definitely mark that 680, like 660 to 680.
Yep.
That'll be a reference for sure.
Twice on that retest from the super low squeeze. It got pushed.
Yeah, good job, guys. As a very wise man once told me, can't go broke taking profits.
Well, true. The Twitter people would argue with you, Jim, that you can go broke taking profits if they're not good enough profit. Because if your losses don't exceed, if your gains don't exceed your losses, then you definitely can go broke taking profit too early. Yeah, that's the argument. Sorry, I'm not disputing what you're saying. I'm just saying that the quants and the people that argue, you know, they want to science the shit up, science everything. Oh, whoops.
Stowe just won some money. Yes.
I don't think we didn't have a bet on this.
Oh, we've got a bet.
Do you have a documented bet?
I'm gonna have to go. Don't start clearing out your chats right now. I'm gonna have to scroll back 3 months, but that's right, Jim. I might be sending you a new coffee maker with that one.
Oh my God. No, they last a long time until the day you forget to turn on. I have a gas stove. So you eventually, one day you're going to forget about it. It's going to be going on because it doesn't make that much noise. It does whistle, but you're going to end up melting the little handle off.
Anytime I've ever used one, it made zero noise. And that was my problem also, is I just ended up with like a charcoal, notes of charcoal. Notes of ash.
Do you know what? I'm actually disappointed in the chat right now. We have 200 likes. That is an all-time low.
They were too busy
for the
laughing.
Afternoon show.
I mean, we have a pretty the comments.
Gary said it's okay for me to curse because it was after our regular trading hours closed.
I'm sorry, my friend.
A bit of an angle here. A bit of an angle. The market's closed, so I can do whatever I want.
The show's not closed.
The market's closed.
I'm gonna text Shab and make sure that you get in trouble for this. I gotta get the.
It's extended trading hours swearing. That might be legit.
Yeah,
don't help him. Don't help him.
It's like bar hours.
Yeah.
Man, anyway. I had fun today.
Yeah, you guys got big weekend plans?
Okay, so Jim, we are legit on Baby Watch.
Oh, yes. That's right.
Last Friday, my wife spent the night in the hospital because she was having too many contractions. That basically revealed the moment that this thing could come anytime, even though her, she has a scheduled C-section date of later this month. But that's what our weekend is. Just we're not making plans.
Yeah. No, that's wise. That's very, very wise. I've gone through this twice, so you've gone through it already too.
Yep.
That's gonna be fun. Well, I'm gonna hang out and also be on Baby Watch with Leo because that sounds fun. I love. So I'm like, what's going on? Bothering him all the time. Like, how's Mama Bear feeling? What's going on?
Yeah,
that's why you have good friends.
Yeah, keep us posted.
Yeah, for real, I will.
All right. And Stowe, so you're just gonna hang out and wait for Leo to text you?
Yep, that's my plan.
Did you get the goats? Did you get the quote for the goats?
No, they gotta come by. So they're gonna come over. Actually, yeah, they might come this weekend and do the goat quote.
Okay.
I have no
Right.
clue what this is gonna cost. And I was like, can I send you? I don't want to make you come all the way out here. Because if they're like, yeah, it's like $5,000 for 6 goats, I'm gonna be like, get the goat out of here. I'll get poison ivy for $5,000.
I think for $5,000 you could buy 50 goats.
Right. I could just get, yeah, that's a good point. Maybe I'll ask my wife if I can just put some goats back there permanently.
Oh my God. Anyway.
If they just eat everything, it seems like kind of a set and then forget it
Yeah.
situation.
Yeah. Well, in any event, you guys
Lots to
both
think about.
have a great weekend. I'll see
Thanks,
you
Jim.
at some point next week. I'm off the first couple days, but I'll see you after that.
All right. Thanks, Jim.
All right,
Sounds
guys.
good, brother.
All right, everybody. Appreciate everybody coming. Chad, thank you for being here. Appreciate you. I'm gonna be here tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. Me and Shai. Don't miss us. We're gonna finish strong on Friday. NinjaTrader Live. In the meantime, remember, most important message of the day: please be safe out there and be good to each other. Thanks for coming.